So one of the biggest challenges when it comes to learning paintless dent removal is getting access to the training. So in this video, I'm going to lay out a few different options available to you and hopefully help you make a decision as to picking the best training format to really help you excel with PDR. So stay tuned. Hi, I'm Tom with Learn PDR Online, and as I say in this video, I want to go through just a few different options available to you if you're looking to learn paintless dent removal. I'll try and be as impartial as I can, bearing in mind I do teach paintless dent removal online, but it's really just to lay out the different kind of facts, get you thinking about the pros and cons to help you decide which method is going to be the best one for you. So let's take a look. The first option is if you're able to shadow an existing tech. So this would be kind of like an apprenticeship where you're going out with an existing PDR technician and they are teaching you one-on-one. Now, providing the technician is a highly skilled technician and is also a good teacher, this is a really good option to do. That's the pro, is that you get in one-on-one training with an existing PDR tech. The con is that it's so rare to find that in my experience. So most PDR techs work either for themselves, by themselves, and going around doing PDR. So it's finding a technician that has the time and is happy to teach you. So usually you will either be paying a fair bit to the trainer themselves or working along the basis that you will eventually work for them in an employed kind of layout. So absolutely nothing wrong with that if that's the route you want to go. And that's a really good option, like I say, if the technician is skilled themselves and also a good teacher. But it is quite rare to find, in my experience, a PDR tech to go out and kind of work with. But that's option one, being able to shadow an existing tech. Option two is to attend a PDR training school. Now, this is a very good way to learn paintless dent removal, again, providing that the training school and the teachers are good technicians themselves, but also good teachers. And within this option, there are a load of different formats. So, for example, you can do a 1 week course, 2 week, 3, 4, 5, 6 week courses, and also either perhaps one-on-one with a trainer or in an environment where you're in a classroom with maybe 4 students or more, or a whole classroom. So there's different options within the training school option, but that is one, and it's a very good way to learn fast. So if you're able to pack all of your training into a few weeks block, it really sort of excels your learning curve. The downside or the con is usually the cost. So training schools can be quite expensive. Depending on where you are around the world, it really there's a huge variety, or it varies a lot, the price, depending on where you are and whether you're doing a week course or a 6-week course and one-on-one to classrooms. So there's a lot of different factors there, but one of the biggest objections I find is the cost in initial outlay. Yes, I believe you'll make that investment back once you become a PDR tech, but it's not always, you don't always have the funds to pay up front before you can start earning. So that's one of the cons, really, is the cost against it. The other kind of downside, I guess, is it kind of goes with cost, but it's with time. So if you're attending a training course, for example, for 4 weeks, 6 weeks, if you're employed, it means taking that time off work or using up your leave. And if you're unemployed, chances are you might not be in a position to pay for that much training up front. So the initial cost and also the time off work or off your usual kind of lifestyle, whatever your obligations might be, to commit yourself to learn. But if you have got the time and you have got the money, absolutely great way to learn paintless dent removal is in a training school environment. But do your research and make sure the trainer knows their stuff, is good, has some good reviews, and is a good teacher as well. So the third option is one that I think probably most people initially try, and that is to go it alone. So I think the basis is the pro would be that you're saving money by not paying for any training. But in my opinion, and I tried this myself, I tried to save myself money in training and not pay out for training classes. And after months and months of trying and figuring it out, I realised actually I did need some guidance to get where I needed to be. So whilst it would appear the initial pro would be to save money on training, it actually is a big con, because the amount of mistakes that could have been avoided had I been taught initially would have made my learning curve so much shorter or so much quicker to learn PDR. So to go it alone, it's going to take you a lot longer because you're going to make all the mistakes that could be avoided, and trying to figure it out without guidance, it's just going to really sort of take a lot of patience and discipline. Certainly not impossible. I definitely wouldn't say it's not achievable. Some people have the discipline to figure it out and really stick with it and go on to be very highly skilled techs, I'm sure. But it's just my opinion really, hence this video, in the different kind of formats and pros and cons. So going it alone saves you initial money in paying out for the training, but I think the cons outweigh the pros in the sense that it's a much harder road in terms of learning paintless dent removal, and it's going to take you a lot longer. It's a lot longer before you can start earning PDR money to counteract the investment. So that's the third option, the go it alone method. And then finally we come to learning PDR online. Now, just to be completely clear, you're on a channel, Learn PDR Online. This is my channel, and it's what I am most passionate about, is teaching paintless dent removal for an online format. But I will try and be as impartial as possible in terms of giving you advice for the different training options available, and it really is down to the individual. There's not a kind of blanket right or wrong. It is down to your own accessibility, your own affordability, and the best ways that you learn yourself. So one of the initial pros would be the value. So price, or sort of pound per pound, it's so much cheaper than going off to a training school. Particularly we have a monthly membership which you can sign up to and join, and it's just on a rolling contract. So it's a lot more affordable than it would be to part with the money to go and join a training school initially. So that's one of the pros from my side. Probably the biggest pro with online training is the convenience. So a lot of people have full-time jobs, working part-time, or different kind of lifestyles. You have your children and your childcare, things like that, and just general lifestyle obligations. So being able to have PDR training kind of at your fingertips, whether you've got a phone, laptop, tablet, PC, being able to pick it up and do it around your existing lifestyle. So to spend a few hours in an evening learning, or to just do it at the weekends. And really, whether you can do it full time, or if you've only got an afternoon a week and it's going to take you months or years to do, having that convenience at your fingertips to be able to just pick up and learn the next level as you go at your own pace. And it's not just a case of having the training whilst you're learning, but even when you're out there on the road, you can always just pick up your phone and go back through some of the tutorials, have a bit of a refresher, or contact your online tutor and kind of get advice as you go through the repairs as well. So convenience is a massive pro, which is one of the real kind of driving factors in creating Learn PDR Online, just to allow more people to get into the industry and really kind of offer a convenient way to learn. And another pro for learning PDR online is the ongoing support. So typically with a training school, for the week, the 2 weeks or 6 weeks that you attend the school, you have that full support. And then once you kind of come out the other side, to a certain degree, you're left to your own devices to figure out the rest. So with Learn PDR Online, we have an ongoing monthly membership. So we start with the initial training schools, training courses, teaching the basic skills and the kind of essentials, what tools you need, getting into glue pulling, door dents, and all of the kind of basic training skills training courses to really get you started. But then it continues with our online community. So I'm in there every day. We have different members, students that have been in there for a little while, that come back and help people that are just starting off with their own kind of advice and motivation as well. So community is definitely something I'm very passionate about in what we've built, but also just that ongoing support. So whether you're learning or you're out on the road and just need a refresher, being able to have the training at your fingertips and just pull out your phone, tablet, laptop, and just have a little refresher or reminder, I think is a really good pro to have with that. But also, because it's an ongoing support, it's there for as long as you need it. So if it does take you months or years to go through, we're going to be with you every step of the way, supporting you and giving you advice. So they are the three kind of pros for me: the cost, the convenience, and the ongoing support. Now, to try and be impartial as possible, I need to think of some cons for learning online. So the first thing that really comes to mind is that online training is not for everybody. Some people would prefer to learn one-on-one and find it easier to learn. Not everybody has the discipline and motivation to follow along with guidance and tutorials and really put the effort that's needed into working and practicing yourself. So like with any trade, it's all about the time you can put into practicing and learning. So just to recap, they're the 4 different options I've laid out for you with pros and cons. The first one being to shadow an existing tech. Second one, to join a training school for practical on-site training. Third is to try and go it alone, or 4 is with the online training platform. So I've tried to be kind of impartial as I can be with those different options, and I really hope that gives you some information to take away to really have a think about what training is going to give you the best chance at excelling with paintless dent removal. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, don't forget you can give us a thumbs up and like the video. Please do leave any comments, any questions below this video. I will come back and respond to any questions, comments we get. And if you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. You can subscribe to the channel, you'll get notifications every time we upload a new video, and just make sure you stay up to date with the latest that we do at Learn PDR Online. So I'm Tom, and as always, thank you very much for watching.